YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rodrigo and I'm a Turo host based in South Florida. In this channel, I'll be sharing every step of my Turo journey, from the highs to the lows, along with some tips and tricks that I use to personally run my Turo business. Without further ado, let's get to it. So after my last video, I started getting a lot of different questions. And I think the one that was asked the most was what kind of insurance I use. So in today's video, we will be talking about what insurance you should use for your Turo fleet. Now, if you're new to Turo and you're just starting your research, you might not know that Turo offers its own insurance when your car is on a trip. That means that as long as you take the proper steps before every trip, Turo will cover every single claim. So today we will be talking about and focusing more on the off-trip insurance. Because as you might know, on every state in the US, or at least most of the states in the US, you still need some type of liability coverage on the minimum side. For the off-trip options, you have two. You have the personal insurance and you have the commercial insurance. Let's dig into the personal insurance first. Personal insurance should be more than enough for you to be able to list your car on Turo, and this is your regular insurance, that if you probably own a car, you finance a car, or you lease a car, you have an insurance. That could be your Allstate, Allfarm, or Progressive. And that's more than enough for you to be able to list your car. Now here's the thing, most of insurance companies do not like that you share your car on Turo because it's a very, very high risk. So if they find out that you're doing this, they will probably end your policy. So you might not want to go this route. That leaves us with the commercial insurance. Within the commercial insurance, you have two options. You have regular commercial insurance, which is if you have a rental company, you need to have coverage on those cars. The only problem with that is that one, it's very expensive, and two, they do require a minimum of at least 10 cars from what I've researched. So that rules out that first option. And that only leaves us with the second option. The second option is the one that I personally use. From what I've researched, there's two main companies. There's Tint and there's ABI. Let's talk about Tint first. Tint is the newest addition to Turo. They just affiliated and they offer policies from as low as $50 all the way to $89, depending on the coverage that you pick. These companies are, like I said, for when your car is not on a trip. So let's say you are driving the car to the gas station to get some maintenance, to get some gas, and you get into an accident, that's when you use this insurance. And it's very important because majority of the states, they're required. Some of the requirements that these companies have is that you must have a tracker, which is also a win-win because you always want to put a tracker. Specifically for Tint, there's three types of trackers, GPS trackers that are approved, and that's Bouncy, Zuby, and Move Tracks. You can only use those trackers if you decide to go with Tint. By the way, I will be leaving links to everything in the description. Also, there's another thing about these insurances, and is that they set a limit of miles every month for you to not use it as a personal vehicle, obviously. In the case of Tint offers a 300 miles per month per car, but there's a little difference. So it's not that you can drive every single car 300 miles per month. It's just that, let's say you have 3 cars, so you have a limit of 900 miles throughout all of your cars. Now, let's talk about ABI. ABI is the one that I personally use, and I've been using it since I started 3 months ago, and I have had no problems with it. The tracker that they allow is called Pastime. That's a hardwired tracker that you put in your car. It does cost a little bit of money to install, but it's very worth it. With ABI, you can only drive 250 miles a month per car, and that stays per car. It is not combined. So every car that you have, you're only gonna be able to drive it 250 miles, and that's for you to go to get gas, to go get maintenance, or anything that is business related. Now, that being said, it all depends on your end goal. If you plan to grow your fleet and you want to make this your main source of income, you definitely want to go with either Tint or ABI. If you just want to make some side income and you don't really want to take it very seriously, then you might just want to go with your personal. If you liked today's video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And leave in the comments any type of questions that you have about Turo. I'll see you on the next one.